Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can install and configure the Bettyblocks claims application. Because if you would like an application to create claims, to register claims for example, flights or for luggage or for something else regarding the whole flight process, well, then this app template is your go-to. So the first thing you need to do is go to the public app templates within your My Bettyblocks library. Then use this template, create the application, fill in your application name and identifier, and let's get started. After installing your claims app template, there are a couple of things we need to do before we can use this app. The first thing is we need to set up the configurations so that we can send mails, etc. via our application. After that, we need to set up some data such as a team name, a company name, and some basic users. And after that, I can show you the application. And well, what I already said is this application is basically the base of a claims of an insurance legal app that you can use. So let's get started. First off, you need to go to the tools section and open up the configurations. So open up the configuration section and here you can see the application ID. This is where we need to fill in the value that we have set as our app ID. Well, you can find your app ID by looking in your URL and copy pasting the item or the title that you've set behind /app. So in my case, I've called my application My Claims App. So I'm going to copy this section and I'm going to paste that in the value part of the configuration. So copy paste My Claims App in the value or whatever you've called your application, press save, and this is the first thing. So we've set up the configuration. So the next thing, because a claims app has multiple sets of data that you need to use, is we're gonna set up some data. So let's go to the back office first. In here, we can set a couple of things. First off, we need to set a team. This team is basically a company name. So imagine that multiple flight companies can use this application. In here, we need to set up the first team. So a team that uses it. So such as, well, let's say that Fly Betty is my team name because this is my flight company. So to get started, fill in a team name. Then just to be sure, add some insurers. Of course, use the regular ones that you have in your area. For me, it's going to be Odin Risk and something like Bettysurance. So there we go. And after that, you can set up some clients. So what you basically do is you set up a team, you set up some insurers, and you set up some clients that belong to that team. So that's also why you need to fill in a team first. So this is the first bit of data that you need to add. So in this case, I have Odin client at blocks.com. There we go. And then a name. So this is Odin client. And I'm from the Fly Betty. I'm a client from the Fly Betty team. So there are no claims in my app yet. There's also no hourly fee. However, there is some stuff set up, but let's go over that later. So this is the first data that we need to set up. So first fill in a team name, add some insurers, and add one or two or maybe multiple clients that you have in your team or working for your team. After that, you can set up a client and a company user to log into your application's front end. So create a client user, which is connected to one of your active clients. So in this case, this is my active client. So Odin, last name, client, and I'm going to use the same email address for that. So there we go. And then we also have a password. I'm not going to show that, of course. So there we go. The password set up. So this is my client's login. And we also have a company login. And the cool thing about this is that I can also show you the differences between a company login, a company user, and a client user in this application's front end. A client user can fill in claims within this front end and check the status of his or her claim. And a company user can actually check whatever the clients have filled in with his or her team and can also check, hey, is this a good claim? Do we need more information, or do we need to change up something? So let's set up the company user. In this case, I'm going to use my own email address. There we go. And I'm from the team FlyBetty. And I can also set up that I'm a team leader. The team leader can see all the claims that belong to a single team. So any client that would belong to team FlyBetty, in this case, would have claims, for example, or some clients would have the claims. And a team leader can see all of the claims from the clients. So let's set up that I'm a team leader. And there we go. So now I've set up some data in the back office from my claims app. And the next thing I can do is I can already go to my front end and check how this application works and what I can actually do within this application. So let's check that out. Let's open up the homepage. And here you can see that your homepage has already quite some data set up. So it might take a little while to load in. And after your homepage has loaded in, you can set up some different things, such as your logo, colors, etc. You can change these up in your team builder, and you can also click on the menu bar, for example, edit the partial and set up your logo in the entire application so that you know that this is completely your app. So to test it, of course, let's press play or compile the page, as we call it, so that we can build up the application. And after being sent to the application, well, there it is our login flow. So this is the login flow for the application. You can only log in once a company has created a login for you as a user. So let's first log in as the user. So I'm going to log in as a client who is going to put in a claim because my luggage, my baggage got stolen, for example, at the airport. So let's log into the application, and here you can see nothing set yet, sadly, or luckily, I guess, no claims yet. So I can check the home, I can check out the home page, I can check out my account, I can log out. So as you can see, my account, that's me as a user, and my home page allows me to put in some claims. So let's put in a new claim. Stolen baggage. So it's a baggage claim. Think it got stolen, or I lost it. And it happened something last week, for example. So there we go. Next. And then I need to fill in the flight number. Well, this is something that differs, of course. And well, as a client, you can only select your own client or any client that belongs to you as to your team. Then the origin. Let's say I flew from Paris to Amsterdam, and well, the policy year, let's say that's something like 2021, and the insurer is gonna be Odin Risk. So I know that's a pretty good insurance because it's Odin Risk. So let's save it, and well, there you go. Your claim has been saved. You can set up the claim now. The only thing you need to add is some final information. So the financials are being done by the company. The claimants, you need to add the people who were involved in this claim. So in this case, it's going to be me. Do need to put in the correct email address, of course, and a random number, the Bettyblocks address. Oh, there we go. In Alkmaar. So there we go. We have added the claimant and some documents. So let's quickly add a document. Quickly add a document. So, and then we can save the asset, give it a name, information. So save it. And I can even send messages in this application. So the cool thing is I can send something like, hey, I need my info in time. Please hurry if you can. So this message will be sent with the claim, and the cool thing is that the company can also respond to this. So I can do that in a second whenever I've logged in as a company user. So send the request in, and there you go. As a user, I have now sent in my claim. So now the only thing for me to do is wait to see if the claim has been reviewed, has it been accepted, and see whatever the next steps are. So that's it from the user side. So let's also have a look at what happens if you log in as a company. So there we go. I'm gonna log in as a company, and now I can see a little more. So as a company, or as a team user in this case, I can see the claims that are open to me, the claims that are open to my team, and some of the completed claims. Well, since this is a fresh app, we don't have a lot of claims yet. I can also see my account, so this is me as a user again, and the logout option. I can also file new claims for my own customers, but I can also check out the claims that people have filed in themselves. So let's have a look at the claim that I've just filed in as a user. I can see the information, I can see the claimants, the users who are involved, some details, the documents, the comments that I can set internally. So this is something that only team members of mine can view underneath this claim, and the message that has just been sent by the client. So I can reply to this saying, hello, client, get your info ASAP. So there we go, we can send it, and then the client can also receive this message. The best thing is that there's also a whole lot of mailing going on here. So whenever my client files a new claim, I, as a team leader, will also receive an email that a new claim has been posted. And right now I will also get a message that I've gotten or a mail that I've gotten a reply. So next to that, I can check out some financials, for example. So let's say that I've been working for 2 hours on this claim. I've been doing some research, so I can save the hours, and well, in the back office, an amount of time or a fee has been set. So fees worked for is a set price, and after that, I can say like approve the claim, and then well, the following processes will continue. So the user can claim the luggage or can put it up to the insurance. And that's basically how this whole claims app works. So it's a lot of things you can do within just a couple of minutes of work by configuring the application and setting up your entire flow. So if you're from the legal insurance sector that needs a claims application, for example, I truly recommend using this claims template. So good luck, and let's get building.